Alright, let's take a look at using Git commands from inside your Vim text editor. I was asked a question in the backdrop forums about why I would issue commands from inside Vim rather than straight up from the command line. And a lot of times, most of the time, I do issue my Git commands right from the command line, such as here. But sometimes I find it useful to issue commands from inside Git. So let's take a look at this one command from Git Fugitive called Gread, which I find really helpful. So right now I've got a simple PHP app with an index.php file with a string of HTML, and I'm printing that to the screen. So right now the app is Jeff is the best, and that all makes sense. That's my code is in sync with the app. My working tree Git is clean, so that's great. So if I do this, change the app, change the code, so say Jeff is the worst, save that. Now the app and the code are in sync, but then say I do a bunch of stuff and I'm not happy with the changes and I need to go back and start over or start fresh. If I do it from the command line, git checkout index. So now the code in the Vim text editor is Jeff is the worst, but the app is playing Jeff is the best, and that can be confusing. And under the hood, Vim is using a swap file, so that's what I've got here, so that can get you a little bit confused. So that's an instance where I like to use the gread command. So right now, our status is clean. Say I change the app. Jeff's the worst. Save it. We're in sync. And then after all those changes, and I go, oh, that logic is no good. I need to start over. So instead of checking out from the command line, if you do the gread command, checks out the file. Now the checkout and your Vim are in sync. So that makes me happy. So that's the way I like to do that. There's a lot of good things you can do with Git Fugitive. Like I said, I do a lot of it straight up on the command line, but that gread command is sometimes a lifesaver to keep my file in sync with the Git tree. And if you want to see a bunch of other stuff you can do with Git Fugitive, you can do help fugitive, and you can see a bunch of stuff that you can do, run some Git commands, and of course one of the things in here is the gread command that we just talked about. So I hope that helps give you an example of when and if you might want to run some Git commands inside Vim. Thanks for watching.